to my channel, Self Love Lexi. Today we're going to talk about how to become a master alchemist. What is an alchemist? Basically changing any situation around for the good. At least that's how I use it. So for example, changing any traumatic or horrible experience to instead learn a valuable lesson out of it. The reason why I love being an alchemist so much is because I have gone through a lot of horrible events in my life, but instead of allowing it to determine who I am and to also become a horrible person because of it, I've alchemized it into learning valuable lessons, taking the wisdom from it, and spreading more love. I'm just going to share this quick story with you guys first before we get into this video. So there's an analogy of alchemy. So there's two brothers. One brother is homeless, has a horrible addiction to alcohol, and just basically ruins pretty much everything in his life. Then there's another brother who is the CEO of a company, has a great family, is super disciplined, and really loves himself. Now, they both get asked, why are you the way you are? And they have the same response. Their response is, my dad's an alcoholic. One of them took his situation and became the same version of it. He became a victim to his situation. The other brother alchemized it and became the opposite of his situation. So this is how alchemy works, taking your situation, the horrible situation, and becoming someone better because of it. I have 5 practical steps to becoming an alchemist and having to master it. Now, alchemy is more like a mindset than a practical step, but these are steps to become and get into the state of having that mindset. First things first is bring awareness to what had happened. No, we're not running from it. No, we're not distracting ourselves from it. We are sitting in the feelings of what happened. For this video, I'm going to be explaining each step with a personal example. So me and my father don't have a relationship, and I have done tremendous amounts of healing on this topic. So for me, the first I bring awareness to it, I bring awareness to the fact that I don't see my father and I don't have a relationship with my father. And I would just sit in that. How does that feel? Where do I feel it? What hurts? And I would allow myself to feel my feelings. Feelings are meant to be felt. They're not meant to be pushed down. There's a difference between allowing yourself to feel your feelings and being controlled of your feelings. So what we want to do is allow ourselves to feel it, because you have to feel it to heal it. The second step is to accept what happened. You can't change the past. You can't. It's impossible. Nor can you predict the future. Why try to control the uncontrollable? For example, people have such a huge fear of death. That's going to happen. It's going to happen whether you ruminate on it and overthink about it or not. So it took me a lot to understand this as well, to not ruminate or overthink on something that you know is going to happen. It's uncontrollable. If you can't control it, don't try to control it. So for me, this looked like, okay, I don't have a relationship with my father. And I know I'm saying the same thing as first bringing awareness to it, but it's a different mindset. It's I accept it. I can't control it. I mean, there's things that I could do, like reach out to him, but I can't control the past. I can't control what happened. I can now control how I go about it. There's been something I've been seeing this on TikTok where it's you have no control over what had happened to you, but you do have control over what you allow it to make of you. Oh, let me say that again. You have no control over what had happened to you, but you do have control over what you allow it to make of you. Third step is forgiveness. Yes, you are forgiving what happened. A lot of people have resistance with this step because they're like, well, I don't really want to forgive them. They hurt me. They did me wrong. I didn't deserve that. All of these things. And trust me, I understand. But let me give you a quick analogy of what I call resentment. So imagine you carry a backpack around with you, and this person spreads rumors about you. And you hold out resentment against them, you're putting a brick in that backpack. Then you go over here and this person cuts you off in line and you're mad at them, and whenever you see them, you're like, okay, brick in the backpack. Then this person cheated on you and you're so mad at them. You're like, how dare you do this to me after everything I've done for you? Brick in the backpack. Every single person that you hold resentment to, you are carrying that with you. Now you enter a new relationship with all this baggage. And your back is heavy and you're sore and you're frustrated, and that's how you're going to act in this new relationship because you have that many bricks in your backpack. You might say, well, Alexis, I don't want them back into my life. Why would I forgive them? Let me give you another analogy. You're at the grocery store and the cashier is being super rude to you. You go into your car and you have two options. One, ruminate on the fact that this person was rude to you and allow it to ruin your day and put the brick in your backpack. Or two, I forgive them, they're going through their own thing, I don't allow it to hurt me, and I'm not carrying this with me. You forgave the cashier. Does the cashier know you forgave them? Absolutely not. They have no clue. They're in their own miserable world. But you have the choice to forgive them. That doesn't mean you're gonna go back in and say, I forgive you. It doesn't have to be like that at all. But you yourself are lifting that weight off of your being to forgive somebody else. My favorite way to forgive somebody is to write out all the reasons why I'm mad at them, all the things that they did wrong to me, and maybe even things that I'm apologizing for that they don't even know I'm apologizing for. And at the very bottom, write, I forgive you for myself. You might have to do this a couple times. I know I did with my own father. I definitely had to write a couple of letters of forgiveness to him. At the end of the day, when I see him, there is no more bricks in my backpack. I feel light. Wow, I feel light. Whew. That's a beautiful feeling. I'm so proud of you. Oh, that's a beautiful feeling. I did so good. This is what inner work does, y'all. This is what inner work does. The fourth thing is to identify one positive lesson from the situation. For me, I had so many positive outcomes from me not having a relationship with my father. One, having the empathy for others. It really allowed me to be extremely empathetic to other people, because at moments I realized that you never truly know what someone is going through. And so with that lens, I am always trying to be the most loving to everybody I possibly can be loving to. The second thing I learned from it was to be independent. In those moments, my brain used hyper-independence for survival, which is something I'm working on still, but I can still be grateful for the moments that I needed to be independent. No matter what has happened to you, no matter how traumatic and horrific something has happened to you, there is always, and I promise you, there is always a positive thing that has come out of it. I've gone through horrific things, and no matter how traumatic those experiences were, when I really sit down and do this process, there's always at least one thing that I have learned from it that is positive. The fifth thing is reframing. Because of traumatic experiences in our life, we kind of hold this story to ourselves. Let's just give an example. Yeah, I'll give my example that I've been running through this whole video with. My story was my father didn't love me. That was my story. And with that, I tried to chase love in validation, in showing my body, and I placed my worth in the eyes of men. I chased men who were emotionally unavailable because I wanted to fill that hole that said my dad doesn't love me. And I also became someone who doesn't love myself, because my story was, if my own father couldn't love me, how can I love me? Now through this process, I was able to reframe. My father did the best he could with the resources he had. He was hurt himself and he didn't know how to deal with his hurt at the time. I am still loved. I am still worthy, unconditionally. And that became my new story. And every single time the old story would pop up, because it pops up again, my new story would be in my subconscious mind fighting the old story back. And I would say to myself, no, I am loved. I am worthy, because I choose to be. That is my video on becoming a master alchemist. If you are somebody who struggles with any of these things, acceptance, forgiveness, or you just love my vibe in general, I have a link in description for coaching applications and vibe check calls if you do want to work with me. I would love to help you heal and allow yourself to love yourself so much and be your best self ever. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and have the best day ever. I love you. Mwah.